All right. Good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader and one of the coaches at TradeView Markets, TradeGATEHub, sponsored by TradeView Markets. It's one of the many things we do. And here's the TradeView Market site. So, like I say, I sign in the same just as everybody else. Here's the TradeGATEHub tab, if you will. Same process. So before I get into any the stock market situations, if you will, and listen, if before anything you should have done on this video is go back to the red YouTube button and watch our videos. This being Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This being Friday, and go back. That's why we have the video playlist. That's why the team made this up. And quite honestly, throughout my life, everybody learns more going back from the routine and getting a foundation of, getting the fundamentals down than just signing on TradeGATEHub and one time and trying to learn and as you go. So this is what just, this is the process to learn. This is how you do it. You know what I mean? This is why we did it. I'm certainly not interested in going back to my stream a month and a half ago. You know what I mean? So we did it for a reason. Okay. Getting back to business, if you will. I have so many screens. This is where the camera is. So if I look off, I'm obviously doing something attentive with TradeGATEHub or this meeting. Okay. So this is what I was saying. So the TradeGate market site, if this is one tab of what TradeGATEHub offers you in terms of stock rooms, Forex, you can go to charts, anything. Think about how extensive and how broad are the products and all the instruments we can offer you. If only that TradeGATEHub expands this way, to all this type of stuff. So, look around it. It's a great site. Very proud of it. So let's get back to business. All right, the trading room. Okay. Listen, it's a holiday. Let me work from the outside in, if you will. It is the first day of the quarter, the first day of the next 6 months. I'm not going to, I don't want to say waste my time repeating myself on what happened throughout the duration of this week because it's relevant to where we are now. You know what I mean? The market's it's just not, it doesn't open at 9:30 and close at 4 o'clock anymore. It's a dynamic rolling situation where news comes out anytime. Apparently news just came out on something of mine here. And that's what it's about. Okay. So this is Friday. Monday is July 4th. Pardon. We're having a lot more volatility than we want. But a couple of things I want to say on a macro level and why I don't believe this is the all-in, bottom turnaround gap, if you will. First of all, here we are. The NASDAQ 30%, if you will. Let's round up. You know what? I'll even say let's round down. Be optimistic. NASDAQ down 29%, 6 months. S&P down 20. We're up, by the way, TradeGATEHub, and we should be. We're pros. Okay, is this right here. Now, that Bank of America bull and bear indicator has been pinned on zero for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Also, the same thing, and this is a pretty, it's not the only method. It's a good method. This coin's acting well. It's a good method. It's not the only, like I say, it's a tool, but like I say, this is not a tool that I'm pulling out from it's not a personally generated algorithm. I mean, this is like looking at the sports page, you know what I mean? Or the standings. So even more so, it's happening when, yes, there's a time of rampant inflation or arguably peak inflation we're yet to see here, and obviously the war in Ukraine, which is helping commodities actually being driven down. The commodities, I think we posted, what did we post? And this I am going to take my time because I didn't post that much data yesterday afternoon. Is this. It's an amazing stat. But you know what? They must have. Oh, here it is. Hold on. I'll get it exact. Bottom line is, this is the biggest pullback. Was that Tim? No, this is the biggest pullback in commodities since the Great Depression. And I'll even give an example of a chart here. And this is Exxon. Look how these commodities are acting now. Exxon, you're going to look at GLD. GLD, nice bounce. You know what I took a position on before I got? How about your Newmont, Lewis? This is the one. Look at the move with like, look at that move. Look at that candle. But I wish the volume were bigger, but the volume is skewed. But that's one to keep an eye on. I'm going off on a tangent. You know what? This is it. Is I think it feels like there's something from the indicators of what I know. I'm not playing that. Everybody knows my position. Scroll up, you'll see them. But for these indicators to be pinned for so long and for the price action not holding nearly as well as it should, it feels like there's almost something underneath, although it's changing as we speak. If we close positive today, it's a different story. It's changing by the minute. Look at squares up now. It's Roblox breaking high. MU. Now I'm up in the MU. Incredible. Nutella. Okay. You know, this also bothers me, if you will, and it's the VIX. I'm not going to, in order for one or two things is going to happen. And like, once again, I'm not splitting the atom. It's either there's going to be some sort of binary event, which, it worries me because these indicators that I've been following a lot of year, and it's not just one indicator. I'm not just looking at the glass half futures ripping. I'm not looking at the glass half empty. You know what I mean? It's just telling me this. But there should be more of an event that already happened that we have to wash out or get over these extreme bearish indicators. So either it's going to take a lot of time, which Coach and I do agree that it's, we like it, the pros, if you will, and the majority are usually wrong. That's why I'm not an analyst, are saying, probably September or October. The majority of calls, you know what, let's put it this way, outside of an opinion. The majority of calls that AMD, giddy up. The majority of calls that I see of any best of breed stocks going out in options are either short-term weeklies, meaning probably Friday or a week out, or going out until October or January. That's what I'm seeing option flow. So like I said, I'm not biased about it. There's GM now. GM's now up. Look at that. I got to buy something here. You know what? Also going into this weekend, this holiday weekend, where Bitcoin ends up is going to be, it's a 3-day weekend. That's going to be, people are going to be watching this every weekend, but, as of anything, we're on the precipice. Credit default swaps, fear and greed. Lewis likes that one, the update. Earnings calendar. Micron, I wanted below 50. Yet this is it. This is just another indication. And sometimes, and as I've been saying to the room, less has been better. Just go by the price action and how things are acting here, because no one really knows. No one does know, or else they wouldn't be Nutella. Giddy up. All right, here's something from Helene. Yesterday's put call ratio was under 1. It was also the lowest reading since, and yes, it's weird, since July 1st last year. So things aren't acting accordingly as they should. There's too much uncertainty and what I think is a lot of things lying underneath, and that's not that big of a deal because we're active trading. Listen, anybody that's been in this room, and I'll use an example of like Gerard and Lewis. If and I'm telling you, this is not, I'm not being optimistic. I don't have the hard data. Statistically, from the NASDAQ being down 29% year to date and everything like that going forward, if we're doing well and you're processing there is, or at least preserving your capital, you're just statistically, also, if you also stay in TradeGATEHub, you're going to have an edge. It's a good edge. Look at BLI. That's a good edge. So stay in there. You know what I mean? It's a process. I'm still doing this. I'm doing this for 26 years. And the reason why I sign on all the time is I'm afraid I'm going to miss something or that I could learn. All right. No one really knows. Coach and I are here to help you see the signs and the clues. Okay. Outside days. My question is to buy GLD. I guess it was. Here's the GLD chart with the hammer. Coach will definitely edify that more. The volume is better. So let's see. I think I bought some Valley. Where's the Newmont? We'll look at Newmont. Something's moving here nicely. I know what it is. Valley. Like 2,000 more VALE because that's going with the commods. You know what I should be doing? Hold on. BHP. Where's the BHP? Look at BHP. You know what I'll do there? I'll buy a little BHP. Contra trade. Where's Rio? Rio, same thing. Just a little bit, just because it's a metal play. Let's look at the weekly on Rio. Don't like it. It's a BHP Billiton holding a little better. That's why we bought that one. No, okay, coach, thanks you. Well, listen, listen, there's no I in team. I'm not doing this. You know what? I'll take the compliment. Coach, you're welcome, and thank you for sharing as well. Okay, you know what? Let me show you my screen here a little bit right here. You know what? I'll show you my screen. Yeah. These are XBI. These are the stocks that I'm watching right now. General Motors, AMD, Walgreens, WBA. Let's see where that, you know what? Let me go to the long-term chart. Let me go on Walgreens. Where these stocks closed today are important. Walgreens had numbers. There's the Doji right there. There's Walgreens. What else was I watching today? The Teledonut. Let's look at Nike, believe it or not. I want to see where that closes up today. I'd like to see that close above yesterday's low. Here's the futures today. Man, they tried to whip you out now. Here's the chart on the SPY. Here's the chart on Coach's IWM. So they are above yesterday's low. So let's go to the daily. Let's go to the SPYs. Let's go to at least, you know what? Things are moving very quickly. Look at the SPY since I came on the air. SPY is the symbol. I came on at what, 11 o'clock? Here's 11 o'clock right here. The SPY's at 270, the market rally 200. Giddy up, something's going on aggressively. I want to do this 2.0 more SI, 200. Hold on, what the hell happened? Does coin have any volume? 4 million. Now look at this SI. I might buy some of this SI. Yeah. All right, anyway, getting back into anybody have any questions? This is one of the weaker ones. And my mind's not in the holiday. I have a lot moving now. Believe me, the peanut freaking flying. Okay, let's see what the wise guys are doing. Calm bullish. Airlining some bull flow here as well. Okay, bull flow, airlines, LUV chart. All right, I see it. We got you. LUV, higher lows. This is what I'm looking at on the chart. Doesn't mean a bottom is putting in. Bottom is put in, but I'd like to see above 37. What else? Some light bull flow surfacing led by cheap, unusual January sweeps. Cheap. Now they're going out to January. This is the stock that's going that they're talking about now. COMM. This is a freaking thing. Don't buy it. You know what? I don't want that headache. Soxel, let me go back to what I'm looking at here. Soxel, those are these semis. Calm bullish, Tupperware bullish. Not interested. Amazon bearish. That's probably somebody covering. MU bearish. What are they doing? They're going the wrong way. But MU's going up, so why is it bearish? That may be a hedge play. MU, I'm not selling MU. I have a little bit. Retail, Valley bullish. I'm in the Valley. The Valley. Where's that BHP? I might buy a little bit of that as a contra trade, guys. Don't do it for, not for the faint at heart. But when I see GLD make the move like that off the low, doesn't mean it's the low, but it is off the low. And then I'm taking a shot at BHP. Maybe the overnights follow through. You know, Europe follows through. It's not a 20,000 share position. You know what I mean? Maybe it pulls one of these gapper ups. Certainly, let me look at the other ones. Let's look at AU. Trying to take this one up. There's AU. A little bit more volume. Where's the SLV on the coach? Coming on the rail. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Look at the SLV. Now we're interested. 24 million. What a nice range. The futures are about to break high and the P&L's ripping here at TradeGATEHub, XBI. That's all you needed. Crisp up 3. GM, Exxon, SI. Lewis was right. It is the day. Apple, Amazon. Where's it? Meta. Meta, not interested. No one's. It was AMD. AMD today. AMD. It's going to take a while. You know what? It's probably going to 75 at best because of today. Because it's a Friday. But I'll leave it there, guys. I got to go because the futures are ripping. So stay tuned. It's more important that you be in the room now than me even give a video, right? Because there's option flow. Hold on. Option flow. What's going on here? Amazon, NIO, Nevada, Mata. All those are the big ones. Roblox, AMC, Bank of. See this? Okay, he just posted that. I gotta go. All right, guys. Cheers. Have a good weekend, Coach. Thanks. You know what's ironic? I'll leave it at this. When I ask, is anybody watching? And I know we have a lot of people in the room or whatever it is. Coach is the first one to say, Mike, I'm watching. It's ironic how when a pro gives a video, the pro is the first one to come back and answer. It's amazing how that happens. I guess that's why we're pros.